Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for another video again. I'm here with my friend Simon. We're at Cannabis Farms, and if you remember from the last video, this is actually a, how would you describe it, a cannabis growing factory?
Yeah, that's it, an indoor cannabis cultivation facility, I'd say.
Right.
Yeah.
So the last time I was here, it was probably, I think it was about 6 weeks, 2 months ago, something like that.
Yep.
And it was still all quite new, and a lot of people have invested now. And the reason I've come over here today is really to update everybody, to see what's going on basically, because I haven't been here since I made the last video, and in fact there's a lot of changes here. So are you pretty much full here now, or? Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, I think we've got probably 2 or 3 containers left. But yeah, I mean, the construction's well underway now. You know, you'll see in a minute we've now built, I think there's around 22 units pretty much finished. Plants are in a lot of them now. We've got our mother plants in some of the units, and we're taking clones every day. So in a week we probably take about 1,000 clones. So
wow.
Yeah, it's really going well.
Yeah, so I mean, one of the things would be interesting, if you're one of the guys who view my channel, then you have had some investors from Thailand bound. Some of the guys have been here and invested. Yeah. And I suppose really, if I was one of those guys who'd actually put a whole bunch of money in, at this stage, I'd be thinking to myself, right, I wonder what's happening with my money. So if it's not too rude, I'd like to ask you about that. What stage, you know, the investors who have been here and put in money, what stage, where is their money at the moment? That's what I'd like to ask you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, many of the people who are, you know, from your channel, and you know, they've actually come and seen us here at the factory. So we've had a lot of them come and visit, so they can see, you know, where their money's gone. So of course, it's mainly all gone on the construction of the containers. So you know, you'll see in a moment when we walk around, all the containers are here, all the lighting is here now, the grow racks, all the equipment is all on site, and we're just kitting out every container now. And as we finish kitting one out, the plants go in. And then they're ready to go into the growing stage. So we've already got our mother rooms and our clone rooms and vegetation rooms in separate areas of the factory. So yeah, you know, as the containers come online, they just get filled up. And then from most of the investors who have come here, they know they'll get their first payment in around 6 months' time. So so yeah, it's going well. And I mean, obviously, you know, on top of that, as I say, we're taking clones from our mothers. And so we've got that constant supply of new plants as well. So
when you say your mothers, you don't mean your actual mum, do you? Well, why don't you explain to us what you mean by the mother?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, the main thing we have is for all of our strains, we have our what we call our mother plants. So they're the plants that we grow as big as, you know, as big as we can in the unit, and then every day we'll take trimmings from those mother plants, which are then what they call the clones. Then we grow those clones into more plants. And then once they're about 3 or 4 weeks old, we'll then move them into each container, and then there'll be the final cannabis strain that obviously we then flower, harvest that, and then sell the buds. I
mean, what I found very interesting was when I came here, I think it was about 2 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When I came here 2 months ago, they had the buds, I think that's the right term, and they were really tiny little things. They're really tiny, but some of them now have actually grown to the point where they're almost as thick as tree stubs, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's yeah. You're on about the plants, but yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, weeks ago they were tiny seedlings or tiny plants. Now, you know, some of the mothers, you know, the stems of them are thicker than your thumb, and the good thing is with most of our mothers, they're solid stems. You know, some mother plants you'll cut the stems and it's hollow inside, whereas you'll see from the video later on when you see the mother plants, I mean, they're really sturdy plants now.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have a walk around the factory today now after this, and you'll probably hear in the background, it is quite noisy because there's a lot of construction still going on. Yep. Because as Simon quite rightly said, there are a lot of containers here, but they're squeezing them into every corner of the factory, and you can hear building going on right now, foundations, steelworks. It's just a constant, if you were here, you'd see it's in a constant state of work.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's it. And I mean, also, I mean, there's a lot of infrastructure that has to be put in place, not just the containers. I mean, we had to upgrade our power. You know, at the end of the day, the facility takes a lot of energy. So, you know, from our main transformer that had to be upgraded, the water irrigation system, you know, we've had to put in a lot of new irrigation lines. So yeah, there's a lot more that goes into it as well, because you've got to have all those additional rooms for your harvesting, your trimming, your storage, your curing. There's a lot that needs to be done ready. So yeah, it's moving very quick, which is good.
So with what you've said about, because I know this site's nearly full now, do you have plans to you have a second site on you plan to have a second and third site, I believe?
Yeah, I mean, we've got our SITE-2 ready, so that's all, it's all there ready. I mean, we haven't started the main construction of the units there yet. We've started doing our veg rooms and mother rooms there. So yeah, SITE-2, we plan to sort of launch probably around April time. But, you know, the key for us is our customers who are, you know, the final end customers who we're wholesaling to. As long as that demand keeps growing and we keep our distribution, you know, growing as we plan, then of course facility number 2, 3 will come on. Plus we're expanding into, you know, obviously the nursery side and doing the clones, plus the industrial hemp, which is on another side of the business. So yeah, we're definitely growing and obviously plan to keep growing.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're doing well. So I think now it's probably a good idea, because you've got some people coming to visit some, I believe you've got an appointment with some more investors. So what I think we'll do, we'll have a walk around the factory, because I can remember how it was when I got here 2 months ago, when it was fairly new. And there are some big changes here. So if it's okay with you, yep, Simon, we'll have a walk around and you can guide us around and tell us what we're seeing.
Yep, sure.
Okay, all right, let's go. Okay, well, as you can hear, it's very, very noisy out here. There are people working all over the site. We'll try and talk above them. I'll pass you over to Simon and he'll tell you where we are at the moment.
So if you can see just over here, behind us here, these are some of the main grow rooms. So we'll go inside in a minute, but these are where we've got 8 on the lower and 8 on the top. At the moment, we're now constructing these, obviously the next few along here. The unit right at the end is our mother room, so we have all our mother plants in there.
Okay, so this all looks very, very interesting. What am I looking at here, Simon?
Yeah, so this is just another obviously unit coming up. This is going to be added to the one next to it here to make a larger room. So this one will actually be 3 containers next to each other into one large room. So this is just the main framework, and then obviously the second story they're now building as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a large unit now. What's in the big building at the back there? I can't remember.
Yeah, so if in the main factory at the back is another 12 containers. So yeah, so this, we'll go in here. This is just going to be obviously one of the larger grow rooms. So if you come and have a look inside.
Oh wow! Yeah. And what am I actually looking at here?
So this is three containers, all put together as one big room, and then this is all the rails for the LEDs. All these are the LED grow lights. These are some of the racks that we manufacture. So these are the actual grow racks. We'll go in one next door where you can see more of them. So yeah, this is now getting ready, and then they're going to finish the epoxy on the floor. And yeah, so this is one of the big grow rooms.
Okay, so I believe we're in a single unit now, yes?
Yeah, that's it. So this is a single container. So this is 12 meters by 4 meters. These are all the grow racks and the trays. So again, we manufacture all these racks. Here they're now just installing all the LED lights. So in one of these units, there's 18 LEDs. So yeah, this is one unit.
Okay, well, I've actually taken my life into my hands here. I'm just hanging off a ladder, but this is actually the second floor of what you're seeing downstairs. And Simon, how many containers will be up here?
6.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear him because he's down there, but he said 6 more containers will be up here. There's quite a large area. I'm going back down. Okay, so that's pretty much the factory, and I believe we're able to go and look at some of the mother plants now. They're in a...
Yeah, we can go have a quick look in the mother room, so you can have a look at the stage of the plants. We just have to, you know, do our decontamination and put suits on, because obviously we don't want to risk any bugs or any pests getting in the rooms.
That's where good editing comes in. I'll have to edit us out and come back to look at the plants.